Little impromptu, really quick stream here. I have some plants bought today. Have a lot of the dirt I need to do. So I'm just going to cover quickly, if you're joining late, where I'm going to place all the plants and how I'm going to get things started here. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to give it a couple minutes for everybody to pop in here. Gave the little pre-warning that I figure I can get a little 20 minutes or so here just to show people what I have, where I'm going to put it, and how I'm going to do it, and some other things that I've done to the yard here as the sun's helping me out. I mean, the shade is helping me out here, so it's not as bright. I want to thank people for stopping in. We're going to make it a quick one. If you're tuning in, leave me a message here. Let me know you're here. Share it out for me. I gave a little pre-warning that this is going to go down, so those who are waiting, a couple people coming in now. Show yourself. We are going to get busy with some plants. I'm going to show you where I'm going to be putting everything and what I got. And then I'm going to take some recommendations from you guys if you think there's anything else. Last year we tried cantaloupe and watermelon. I don't have my button with me, but it didn't work out so well. But I will give you a little tour of the backyard once again and let you know exactly where everything's going and what I got. Oh, and I know I can't stay in the sun too long. This thing will shut down. So let's get a little closer seat here. And we'll show you what I got and where we're going to put it. So far inside the garden, all I've done is kind of tilled this bed, dug it up. Hey, Mark, how you doing, brother? If you can do me a big solid and share this out a couple places, you know, the normal Skype and stuff. Miles as well, good to see you. So I've tilled this first one. I've tilled the second one. Third one we got onions in, and we have a fourth planter box in the back there. I'm going to probably wait and plant some things that climb. I have these little grape tomatoes here. So these grape tomatoes will be good. Captain Danger's in the house. There he is. So my mother wanted little grape tomatoes, so I do have two of them here. And these will climb up and give those little grape tomatoes. Good to see you, Captain Danger. Miles. Mark in the house. One of my favorites is kohlrabi, or kohlrabis as we call them here. Cabbage apple is the best way to put it. Last year we grew a bunch of these. Kind of like the heart of a cabbage in the form of an apple. That's why I call them cabbage apples. We have a handful of those, not as many as before. This is just the first group of plants that I bought, and I'll probably go buy some other things. I'm open for suggestions, so if you're watching this on the replay too, please leave me a comment on what you want me to try to grow. Like I said, last year we tried cantaloupe and watermelon. Didn't really do that great. But if you can go back in the playlist for the Seasoned Rookie Gardener, there are some shots of me enjoying a little small watermelon, and a cantaloupe was kind of tiny also. But I have a handful of those, so the kohlrabi will be interesting. Blueberries are tough because they grow on a bush. But that might be something I can try inside of the fence here. We're getting a nice little breeze. Appreciate that. But I know a lot of people don't know that I was going live. I didn't know I was going live until about 5 minutes ago. And AEW Rampage is on at 5:30, so I'll keep it short. And people can watch the replay and see what's going down. But I have herbs and vegetables already purchased. Now, I got to get my marigolds. I didn't get those today, but the marigolds will go along there. I have to go back out and grab the marigolds. Beets? I don't really like beets. I could probably try them, though. So far, like I said, I've hand-tilled these 2 beds, and we have onions growing here, so the onions are doing okay. And what I do with my onions is I make onion powder, green onion powder and white onion powder at the bottoms to use in seasoning. And I kind of tried to make extra space here by moving these pavers out and digging a trench back there, so maybe some cucumbers, because they climb. I should have grabbed some cucumbers today, but I didn't. But I will put those grape tomatoes there so they can just hit that fence and climb up. So we will definitely have enough for both of these beds. That's for certain. But let's take a look at the placement, where we're going to put these things. We can start with the herbs. As you can see over there, I have ample amount of dirt. This time I have potting soil for the pots over here and the herbs, and regular garden soil for the beds. Monstar! What's up, man? As always, putting it out there. If anyone has any ideas of what I should try to grow, Chef, I'll take you. If you have anything you want me to try to grow too, Kill Shots in the house. I also got mushroom compost. So when I start to do this, I'll be taking the garden soil, mixing it with the mushroom compost, and this potting mix is basically going to go over here. The clematis are still climbing good. They're 1 year in now. That flower there and that, you'll see. I'll bring another stream soon where they start to blossom. Purple flowers. Snow peas. Peas is a good idea. Green beans. How about green beans? So I'll be filling these up, and I'll show you where these are going. Green beans, I think I will try. That's a good one. I might try a blueberry bush too. So let's take a look at the herbs first and see what we have. Greek oregano. I had an oregano plant that made it through. I tried watermelon last year, Kill Shot. It didn't. You can go back and see the streams. Did not work out very well. So we will do oregano in this box again. So we got oregano, and last year, a couple years ago, I planted oregano in that planter, and it just grew through and survived a couple years. So we'll keep that going. So there's our oregano. We have rosemary. We have lemon thyme. Super Nacho, thank you so much, bro. Lemon thyme. And let's see what other herbs we have. Parsley. So we have some curled parsley. Carrots are tough. They are root growing underneath the ground. Carrots and potatoes I've tried before. They're not easy. Thank you, Shared. Thank you so much for sharing. Jelly beans. So there's our tomatoes, our bell peppers. Those will all go in the garden. And we got banana peppers, sweet peppers. Now here's one I really like. Pineapple sage. Smells like pineapple. And it keeps the demons away. Sage, ha 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 ha. I have a sage plant right there. So I do have one sage plant. It survived the winter. I trimmed it hoping it'll keep growing. We'll see how that goes. And this here, folks, is my go-to. Basil. Lots of basil. I'll probably put basil in these pots and up front. I will hang some hanging baskets on my porch for the basil. I'm not sure where that'll go yet. Same thing with the rosemary. A couple years ago I put it in this pot and it made it through a couple seasons. So we'll go ahead and put good old rose over there. Get a few blueberry bushes. I'll try, man. Those are not easy to grow. I will be tilling this dirt one more time. So we have, I had 2 ceramic pots that broke. replace them with these plastic ones, and I got potting mix for those. Oregano in that container there. More basil. So the rest of the basil, and basil is probably the easiest thing to grow that I found. Cowboy John, what's up? And we have Italian large leaf basil. Micro Mike, what's up, my man? Hope you're well. I see we got a preseason game with you guys, the Lions. Jade Barrett's in the house. Good to see you. So there and there will be the basil. Appreciate you guys stopping by. It's a very impromptu stream here. The thyme, lemon thyme, we will put in the new containers. So I have to fill them up yet with potting mix. But we'll have thyme there and thyme here. We got all the time in the world. Wah, 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 wah. So that's pretty much the herbs. If you guys know any other types of herbs, here comes the weed joke someone makes all the time. What other types of herbs you'd like to me to try to grow in my herb garden here? We have rosemary, basil, thyme, oregano, and parsley. Where's my parsley? Some basic parsley. Probably put those here around the basil, 2 on each side. So the herb garden, almost ready to go. As I stated earlier, I got some mixing to do with the dirt. Garden soil and mushroom compost I'll put together in a wheelbarrow. This potting mix is basically for that one and that one. Thank you, Nacho. I have a project I'm doing here that I'll talk about shortly as well. So the pineapple sage, I'm gonna keep here. I'm probably gonna put that in a pot up on my porch. Ooh, it doesn't fall over. And we have veggies. Let's check out the veggies again, since some people are starting to pop in. Veggies, veggies, veggies. Kohlrabi is first. Not as many this year, but I have three little packages of them. We have sweet banana peppers, which I love to make and stuff with cheese, meat, sausage, whatever. More sweet banana peppers there. As far as tomatoes this year, we're just going with regular delicious tomatoes. There was a bunch of different tomatoes, and I do have, like I said, these little guys here are grape tomatoes. So grape tomatoes here. We got our red delicious and sweet peppers. So we're gonna have some bell peppers, some lady bell peppers as well. And that's our first line of vegetables that will go in the garden. Now, as a rule of thumb, normally swap. So we had the watermelon and cantaloupe in the middle last year. So I believe we'll do probably tomatoes in the middle and peppers here. So green peppers, bell peppers here, tomatoes and kohlrabi in the middle. Hey, what's up? James is in the house. Good to see you guys, man. Hit that thumbs up, share it up. It's an impromptu stream, and we'll try to keep it under half an hour because Rampage is on at 5:30 Eastern today. Over here, the little sage plant that made it, and then all these little holes, there will be a yellow marigold. So I got to make sure to buy marigolds as well. I still have time. I bought my plants just a little bit early this year. I normally wait till after the middle of the month or a little bit before, but checking the grow some fungus among us. Well, I have some of that growing up back here, but we'll actually, let's take a look at a couple of the projects I have going on. Because this, what I'll do is till this dirt one more time, just with a hand tiller, and then throw in the mix of the mushroom compost and garden soil to get that going. Now over here, reminiscent of my grandmother. Rest in peace. She always had a great, amazing grapevine. Now, this one's just starting to really take off. That's true too, James. Sometimes if you wait too close to the end of May, you're not going to get what you want, especially those kohlrabi and some of those things over there. So this thing over the years, I've learned how to maintain a little better, trimming it, guiding everything to go that way and climb along to hit the tree. And this will be all grapes. Now, they were supposed to be seedless grapes, but for some reason they're not. There's Cody as well. Good to see you. So the grapes will be maintaining. I actually have a jar of pure grape juice in my fridge from 3 years ago. It's probably wine by now. But this is what we tend to do. And you got to do it without breaking them is the tough part. Is to make sure you train them to stay inside, number one. And keep them all flowing this way. This away, that away. I'm going to sneeze. Uh-oh. No, I'm not going to sneeze. I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not going to sneeze. They say look at the sun. No, I'm not going to sneeze. All right. Maybe I'm not going to sneeze. So this I did one year. I took these, so the grapevine was growing really long. So I put these poles here to have the grapevine continue to grow. And it's very interesting. And if you got a dirty mind, you can think this is disgusting too, but it grew into the tree and the tree grew over it. So this ain't going nowhere. Sturdy trellis there. Now, if you've been watching my garden vlogs, you know I had a groundhog problem. Not really so much anymore. I blocked off their exit to the bottom of the shed there with all that concrete. And these big landscaping stones, I'll show you where I got them from, because if you guys have been watching the vlogs, there was a swimming pool in my neighbor's yard that for 10 years they never cleaned it. So the dirty water was in this pool for literally 11 years. They got warned by the township that they had to have it covered. They covered it, it fell off. So when I told my neighbors I was gonna smoke bomb these groundhogs that live underneath the shed, she mentioned the pool. So now we have this, because I got the okay from my neighbor. The pool is down. Hooray! Took the pool down, piece by piece. Now, as you see, if I get in the shade, ripped the entire pool down, drained it, up to the garbage this Sunday. So no more pool and no more dirty water. So I took care of that. That helps, less mosquitoes. I dug a big trench here and drained it all. There's so many leaves and stuff in it. So it solved that issue. And then when I thought I had the groundhog problem solved, groundhogs started coming out this side. So I ended up blocking that hole too. So groundhogs aren't a problem anymore. Although there's a little chipmunk that likes going underneath there. He's a pretty cool guy, I like him. I call him Chippy. So Chippy can live there, all he wants. He actually has tunnels all under here. Juniper, good to see you. We got 9 thumbs up already. You guys are awesome. All right, let's talk about the vegetables and where we're going to put them. We have our grapevine there. Fire pit's already ready. We'll burn stuff all the time. So I'll show you back here. I got myself a new lawnmower, so that is awesome. But what I will be doing, if you want an electric lawnmower, Egos are amazing, by the way. Little promo for Ego lawnmowers. Electric lawnmower, 65 volts. I had a 40 volt Cobalt one that I had. But this guy is a beast. This guy is a very, very amazing lawnmower. And this is our tiller. So I'm gonna take this tiller up there and show you what I'll be doing there. Good to see everybody here. Sun is out, it's so nice right now. Back here we just have the wooded areas, so I mean kind of living in the city, but living in the mountains or the woods as well. Love it. My neighbor has a nice little setup back there. I've showed you that before. You can check the other podcast, but let's take a look. The rookie season gardener, where we're going to put these vegetables. All right, back to here, just a recap. Our onions are growing well. This back trench will be probably cucumbers maybe. Trying to find some things that climb. So anything that climbs can go on that fence back there. And basically what I'll be doing is twisting this dirt a little more. I use preen, it's called, to keep all the, actually stop weeds from starting is what it does. So I've sprinkled it, and I'll be doing a lot more of this. So that till I'll take this up, and we'll be putting tomatoes and the kohlrabi in this bed. Funny you mentioned that, Juniper. I'll show you here in a second. Over here we have the peppers will go here. 10 likes, you guys are awesome. So the green peppers and banana peppers will go in this bed. And those are all right here. And I'm going to get more vegetables, so if you guys have any ideas of other vegetables, please leave them in the comments. Basil, these will go in the pots. I have pots in the shed that I will fill and put on my porch. That way when I'm grilling out on the grill, I can easily grab this little birdie. He's gonna go for a bath. He's getting a drink, I guess, first. I gotta fill up that bird bath. That's a pretty little bird there. Let me get a close-up. Oh, he's gone. Pittsburgh, what's up, cuz? There's Anthony. Showing off my garden. I got to mix a lot of dirt, mushroom compost, and the garden soil will be mixed. The potting soil will go in all these pots. But here's juniper. You mentioned clematis. Planted these last year. So we have some clematis growing here, and they are awesome when they bloom. I agree. I was trying to kind of cover this area and get a little more privacy with this, but they are growing well, and I did learn to kind of train them to grow up. Grow up, kids. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. But if you kind of move them together, then it will keep climbing up. I'm finding that out, Juniper. Last year was the first year, and there were some really beautiful blooms, but I want it to be more full, so yeah, I gotta have patience. Just a little patience. Yeah. And some thyme, oh, so much thyme. I got lemon thyme, which smells amazing. We'll go in this pot right here. Let's see here. All right, there we go. We have oregano gonna fill up this middle bucket here. More thyme, and then basil. So basil in that one, basil in that one. And I also have some parsley. I thought I grabbed cilantro. I'm gonna have to go back. Cilantro is another thing I'm gonna have to get, because what I do is I take onion powder, garlic powder, thyme, parsley, basil, and I mix them all up and make myself an allspice. So instead of using salt, trying to be a little more healthy as I get older, I make my own allspice. And that's why I started this herb garden. So we'll start getting things in line here in the herb garden. Got a lot of playing in some dirt to do. I'm gonna fill up the bird bath for them birds as well. So I have a nice little list thanks to you guys. The pineapple sage, kohlrabi, everything's gonna be going right in here. Add more seeds. Well, I think I bought it as an actual plant. It was already growing, so I didn't grow it by seed. I need to get marigolds. So the marigolds will go right there along the line. And the marigolds I found, besides looking real nice, they keep a lot of the critters out. Same with the onions. So they say to line the outside with onions, marigolds, to try to keep some of them away. But that is the second video. If you missed the first one, check it out. The first video basically covered pre-work for all this. Thank you, Juniper. This was basically all done on my own, little bit by little bit. Artificial grass was a gift by a friend of mine, which I love because I couldn't grow grass here. And I have another project. This will be a before and after shot. But the whole backyard, just to give you a quick overview: grapevine, the fire pit, shed back there, of course. Marigolds are rubber gloves. I don't know what rubber gloves means. Marigolds, little yellow puff balls. And they look really, really good. I get the really yellow ones. Garden area over there. Everything pretty laid out the way I want it. And ready to rock. Appreciate everybody stopping in, hanging out. We're gonna wrap this up here momentarily. The final thing we have is I had this area over here that I wanted to make a walkway, and over the years of erosion, it continues to fall apart. So I have a guy coming in that basically is going to tear all this out and put different type of block in and make a real retaining wall there up to the level of the top, clean all that out. And what I will have is a bunch of extra pavers. These little pavers I'll have extra, and these cinder blocks I'll have extra also. So when we get a final product of that, you'll see that happen. They're going to come in and take care of that for me. Should be pretty interesting. And that is basically where we're at for now. The next time you see me, the plants will be in the ground. And hopefully I'll have some other stuff to show you guys. So once again, if you have an idea of what you want me to grow, I got blueberries on the list, marigolds on the list, green beans on the list. I got to get my cilantro as well. So there are a lot of things. Well, I got a parking lot back here too, but that's just this port. This turned into a rock garden. It used to be I bought a pond, and I had a pond up top, pond up bottom, and I was going to make it go like that, but it didn't really work out the way I thought. So it's a rock garden. These ones are from my grandmother's house, so that's a nice remembrance of my grandmother as well. I always like to show you guys my view of the mountains when I can. So we'll give you a little shot of the mountains from where I live as well, so you can see mountains as well as living in the city, so it's kind of cool. And I don't know if I can zoom all the way in or not to show you the view a little better up to the mountains. There you have it, folks. Second stream of the garden. So if you're just tuning in, I will be hanging some baskets right here on the porch with some of the herbs. So as I'm cooking on the grill, I can just grab some basil, fresh cilantro, whatever, and throw it right on my steak. Love doing that. And that is it, folks. Episode 2 in the books. Plant placement. Next time around, we'll have everything going into the ground. We're gonna have some rain tomorrow too, so it's probably a good time to get this stuff in the ground. So I might put some in the ground tonight. Who knows? Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Juniper. I have worked really hard, 11 years. If you go back into playlist for the seasoned rookie gardener on my page, the original first stream I did for the garden shows that this was all just grass. This was all grass here, and it shows the growth as I changed it and added the pavers and added the patio and added everything, the gravel and stuff over time. There you go. I'll see you guys for more of the seasoned rookie gardener as we continue to try to grow food. Fail, succeed. Guess that's the way life goes. I want to thank you all for being a part of the stream here. See you in my streams. Tomorrow, we'll be back with more LTD game night. Thank you guys. Appreciate you, Juniper, Captain Danger, Jade Barrett, Pittsburgh for stopping by, Cowboy John, always a pleasure. James Sargent, Super Nacho, Cody Hagan. Appreciate each and every one of you. Micro Mike, Grega John, Monstar, Killshot. You guys are amazing, man. Green beans, I'll be growing them, yes sir. Mark Caliber, thank you all. Miles Stanley Ward, anyone who shared out the stream, I appreciate it. We're gonna get some of these plants in the ground and get this shit going. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm out of here. Peace. Oh, we're gonna say a bird saying goodbye to us. Well, see you later, birdie. Peace.